In this video series, we will be highlighting specific areas on the maps of Tarkov where we will be going over the valuable or useful loot, go over some PvP tips specifically for these areas, so you can paint the walls with a
lot of your enemies.
Sorry, let myself go there a little bit. A lot of this stuff is meant for newer players or people who are still learning the game. I'll leave a timestamp in the description for both these sections. Starting off with crackhouse, this is quite a good area to farm your meds and get syllables and morphines for your tasks. Starting off with the ground floor of the building, there's some jackets, duffel bags, and food scattered around the different rooms, which you all want to check when you just start out. Duffel bags have a big potential loot pool with quite a bit of useful loot. Jackets mostly for keys, and in terms of food you are looking for sugar for its value, and iskras and Emilia croutons for the tasks. After entering the front, we go directly into the room to our right. You see some blue shelves which spawn ammo most of the time. It's pretty common for them to have 545 BT, which is 40 AKs. It's a decent round early in the wipe or when you're just getting started. If you don't need them, they are still pretty valuable. You can sell them on the flea market between 600 and 900 for each bullet. In some cases, it even spawns 545 BS, which is even a better round with more pen. Right across from the entrance, there's a room with a body and attachments for guns. Personally, I think these fixed bodies are underrated and most of the time they stay unlooted. So far, I've pulled some pretty good stuff off of these, so I think they're worth checking. There are also some jackets and a duffel bag in this room, just check them. You can also find some meds in the closet. Moving down the hallway, our room on the right has some food and gold spawns. Gold spawn can be found on the shelf in the closet on the left side. Gold chains are a very common thing here. For the food, just check for sugar and Emilia croutons or your quest items. Last thing we check on the ground floor is the body behind the closet in the room, right before the stairs. Looks like there are still plenty of people that are not aware of this body. Crouch down to be able to reach it. A lot of times, again, it's not looted. I think they're very underrated. You can get some good ammo, good armor, you name it. It has a wide variety of items that you can get out of here. Moving up the stairs, we directly face the most popular room in this building. As you can find intel folders on the shelves or the floor. Make sure you take a good look on the floor since they blend in quite well with the rubble laying around. Intel folders are good to sell on the flea market or for you to use for your scav case. You can also find some food and ammo in here. After that, we exit the room, turn left, and go into the big room to the right. Be careful, you could get sniped through the glass from the opposite building, Stronghold. If you're looking for any type of painkiller, this is the place to be. Painkillers, morphine, golden stars, and Vaseline can all spawn in this room on the tables and shelves, along with some other medical supplies. Last room we go to, on the top floor, is at the end of the hallway with more mats and some ammo or food. Every now and then, just search the shelves and look at the ground. Now to move on to more juicy bits, let's dig into the PvP side of things. It's quite a hotspot throughout the entirety of the wipe, although I do think it gets more traffic during the early stages of a wipe compared to the later stages. When approaching the area, keep an eye out on the doors. Front door is the only one that spawns open. The other two are supposed to be closed. This is one of the first giveaways to get an idea if somebody has been here or still is in the building. In general, always be careful to enter when you aren't there for the first 20 seconds of the raid. There are two spawns which are really close to the building. I want to touch on some surroundings here as well. This tree can go fuck itself. This is quite a cheesy spot for people to sit, so keep an eye out for it. Also, the ditches next or under the container here is a popular spot for people to sit or pass through when moving through these areas. Just walking into the front door can prove to be a problem if somebody is already inside. Players can hold a nasty angle from the bathroom or just the main lobby. A trick you can use is to run past the door and free look to the side to see if there's anything unusual, like the bathroom door being open, or maybe you see somebody peeking. I often repeat this a few times to see if I can spot anything or to bait some shots. As you can see here, if you sit in the back of the bathroom, you have a good angle on the door, and it's often pretty hard for somebody to see you right away. Now there are quite a few places or stuff that you can jump on to elevate yourself, which will throw people off if they're not entirely sure where you are. Players will be aiming chest or head height when they are about to peek. If you position yourself higher than that, then they need more time to adjust at the moment they peek you. Of course, this is most useful against players that don't know the area like the back of their hand, but it has been successful for me in quite a lot of cases, even against higher level players. So be sure to use the wooden boxes, ruble in the lobby, or the boxes in this room to create an off angle and catch people off guard. Especially the one in this room has helped me win quite a few fights. In general, you want to try and avoid a left side peek, since this will expose more of your body compared to the right side peek. Reposition accordingly. That being said, the game sometimes doesn't leave you any choice. In some cases, it is okay to left peek a portion of this hallway. The whole left side of the hallway would be a left peek for the enemy as well. Just make sure you don't go too wide to avoid getting hit from the end of the hallway. Going up the stairs, if somebody heard you come in, it is quite common for them to hold this hallway. Here we again face the problem of having a left side peek. We can use a free look again to see down the hallway or bait some shots while we run into the entire room or run back. If you are being pushed straight away, use the boxes to your right to elevate your character. I know this might seem such a simple thing, but I find not many people use this tactic and it's helped me out in countless fights, so can't stress this enough. If you find yourself in the entire room and you want to reposition or even get away from the fight, you could jump out of the window. Be careful if you are overweight though, since the fall could break your legs if you are. There's always the option to drop your bag out of the window, although this might alert some people. Vertical audio, as mentioned, not very good at the moment. So while people can hear you land, it usually takes a while before they catch on what you're doing, especially since they can't hear you run on the bottom floor if they are on the top floor. So use this to reposition, re-engage in the fight, or disengage and run away. There are some metal stairs on the side of the building that immediately leads to the second floor. Make sure you move out the way or get your aim on the door as soon as you hear the metal. Again, vertical audio. Usually when you hear the metal, they are already at the door, so be very careful. The white room gives you a pretty good view on the stronghold, the place where the scab boss spawn, and which gets quite a bit of player traffic. You might be able to pick somebody off from here. Be careful though. They can also snipe you. Scav boss can get an aim on you and tap you right away, so be careful with your positioning. Let me know what you guys think of the video. This was meant as a shorter video with some general tips that don't require a great deal of mechanical skill, so new players can use them. Let me know in the comments if I forgot something or if you have a tip for yourself. Thank you all for watching.